Software developers, we're not known for our rockin' style, are we? Or are we? Today I'll show you how I used ML to make me trendier, taking inspiration from influencers. I'm gonna build an app that analyzes my closet and pictures of fashionable influencers and then makes me outfit recommendations. If I'm missing an important piece, it'll also recommend me products to buy. Let me show you how. So the way this is going to work is that I'm going to grab a bunch of fashionable inspiration pictures from social media, and then I'll take a bunch of pictures of my wardrobe, and I'll try to match the pieces that I already own to those fashion pictures using machine learning, which will help me put together outfits. I'll wrap this whole thing in a Firebase app so that I can scroll through outfit recommendations on my phone. All right, let's build this thing. So first, I needed to catalog my entire wardrobe. So I thought I could just grab a few pictures of me wearing clothing in everyday life and then use computer vision to pick out the items. To do this, I used a feature of the Google Cloud Vision API called Object Detection, which identifies objects in photos and then draws a little bounding box around them. As you can see, it kind of worked. It identified my top, shorts, shoes, stuff like that. But since I'm going to be matching my clothing pictures to inspiration pictures, I realized that the quality of my pictures had to be really high. They couldn't beat at weird lighting angles or anything like that. So I accepted the sad fate that I was just going to have to take a picture of every single item in my closet, which I did painstakingly over a couple of days, dressing and undressing my mannequin, and taking pictures of all my different shoes. Next, I needed to find some people who actually knew something about looking trendy, and bonus points if they also worked in tech. So I reached out to Laura Medaglia. Laura is a developer who posts lots of fashionable outfit pics of herself on Instagram, where she's at CoderGirl, and from head to toe, which is important because we need to capture those shoes. With her permission, I downloaded a bunch of her pictures and uploaded them to cloud storage. Again, the goal here is to take a bunch of Laura's pictures and then pictures from my own closet and see which of her outfits I can kind of recreate. Now, challenge one was that not all of Laura's pictures are actually of clothing, so first I had to eliminate those and select only the ones where she's in an outfit. For that, I used a feature of the Vision API that does image classification. This feature returns a bunch of tags describing what in general is going on in an image, and one of the tags it returns is fashion. So I sorted through all of Laura's pictures and only kept ones that had a person in them and that were also labeled fashion. And with that, I had my inspiration image dataset. Now, the next step is to implement the feature that looks at my closet and the inspiration picture and matches them. For that, I'm going to use yet another feature of the Google Vision API called product search. If you're ever scrolling through a store and you're looking at a product and you see similar items, that's the functionality that the Google Vision product search feature gives you. So the next step is to create a product set. For this, you'll want to use the PyVision product search library. The first step is to create a product search client that connects to the Google Cloud backend. And next you'll create a product set where you can hold all of your clothing items. I called mine Dale's Closet. Next you'll want to go to the spot where all of your clothing items are stored. As you can see, I've got all of mine in a directory. And if I want to add something like this black bomber jacket, in the code, I create a new product, I name it, I give it the category apparel, and then I add any labels that I might want to later go back and filter by, so just show me jackets. And then the next step is to teach the model what this bomber jacket looks like. And for that, you want to add paths to all of the different files as reference images. It's better if you can take pictures from different angles with different lighting conditions because it will help the model generalize better. Now, to make this a little bit easier for you, I wrote a script in Python so that if you organize your images into directory structure, then you can just run this script and it will automatically create a product set for you. Make sure you check out the blog post to see how. Once you're done creating your product set, it'll take about 30 minutes for the API to actually index those images, so just hang tight. When it's finished, we get to actually make outfits with ML. To do that, we'll call the search function on the product search API and pass it a path to an image file. First, it analyzes that image and identifies any clothing it finds, then it looks through your closet and finds the best matches. And now here's where it gets interesting, because even though the API returns back similar items, what we really want are outfit recommendations. An outfit like has only one pair of shoes, and you can't be wearing a skirt and pants at the same time, probably. So we need to do a little bit of finagling. And that's kind of par for the course with ML models. They usually don't give you back exactly what you want, so you have to use your expertise and domain knowledge to make sure that the predictions make sense. So I'm gonna roll my own outfit algorithm that defines rules for what pieces of clothing can be in an outfit. And we'll take all of the confidence scores returned by the API and generate one new quality score for the entire outfit. I did all of my outfit making logic in a Python script which wrote out all of my outfit recommendations to Firestore. Then I built a little front-end app that pulls in all the recommendations sorted in score order. Let's take a look at how it did. If you want all the details on how I built this app, make sure you check out the blog post linked below. And follow Coder Girl on Instagram to get your own neat techie outfit inspo. See you next time.